everyone, and welcome to our last installment of our online retreat for 2014 at Catholics on Call. My name is Steve Bevans. I'm the faculty moderator of Catholics on Call, and I've been your retreat master over these last several weeks in reflecting on an understanding of ministry. And we come now to our last two descriptions or our last two theses about ministry. So our 13th thesis, our first one for this installment, is this idea that Christian ministry is also being ministered to. Now, what we have to realize as ministers is that we're still part of the Christian community. We're not over the Christian community. We're not advanced over the Christian community, no matter who it is, whether it's a pope or a bishop or a parish priest or a catechist, whatever. We're members of the Christian community, and we need the Christian community to minister to us. We need the sacraments. We need good liturgy. We need spiritual direction. We need to pray with people. So part of our ministry is allowing others to minister to us, so that in turn we can be more effective ministers as well. As Pope Paul VI said, the evangelizer, the minister, needs constantly himself, herself, to be evangelized. So I think this is really an important thing. The other thing is that, as my colleague here at CTU, Claude Marie Barbour, says, we have to practice what she calls mission in reverse. As we do mission, as we do ministry, we have to allow people to evangelize us. We have to allow people with their stories, with their goodness, with their culture, to form us. And this is the only way I think we can be really good ministers. And also, I think every minister knows that you get more than you give in ministry. So often, I'm in the confessional, and I'm listening to people, with the struggles in their lives. What an inspiration that is to me. So often, I'm a guest in people's houses. And just to allow them to entertain me, to give me food, to share their lives, their family with me. I get so much out of that. I think this is really true. This is part, I think, of what Christian ministry is about. And also sometimes, as Henry Nouwen says, sometimes, because we ourselves are wounded, we can understand the wounds of others. And so, as we are wounded, we can give to others and help. Because we're wounded, we can understand others as well. So we can allow those others to minister to us too and heal our own wounds. So Christian ministry is not only doing, but it's being ministered to as well. And finally, here's a strange word in English, but I hope I can explain it to you. Christian ministry is convivence. Convivence. What does that mean? Well, it really comes from the Spanish, really, convivencia, and a famous theologian in Germany used it in a German sense, convivence, which means just living together, being with. And I think this is a really important idea of ministry as well, and a good one, I think, to end with. We say so often, Jesus is the man for others. But if you look more closely at the Gospels, Jesus is really someone who was with others. That's where I think he got his power. Not that he just did 4 and 4 and 4, but that he was with people, that he really shared their human condition, that he really shares our human condition as the incarnate Word. What we need to do in ministry is to pass over into the lives of others, to become part of the lives of others, simply to be with others, to identify ourselves with them as well. Today we used to talk about mission ad gentes, going out to people. Today we talk much more about mission is inter gentes. It's living among people, being their companions, being their friends, bonding with them. I think more than anything, this is what ministry is about. Yes, it is a doing for, but it's a doing for, I think, after we've learned to be with. So what we need to do in ministry is leave ourselves, really arrive at the others, really live with others and be with others. 2 quotes for reflection, and then I have a short conclusion to the whole series. Paul VI, the evangelizer must first and constantly be evangelized. And then second, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Convivencia, convivence. In conclusion of these 7 sessions or presentations, these 14 descriptions or theses of ministry to get to a deeper understanding of it, let me say that, because all Christians are called to serve, ministry has a very, very wide range. It goes from greeting people as they come into church to perhaps lobbying at state capitals or in Washington, D.C. about the rights of Africans and hunger and things like that, to taking communion to those who are sick in our parish, to leading a community that's celebrating Eucharist. Not every one of these theses or descriptions has a relevance to every ministry that every Christian has. But what I hope I've done is to provide a kind of a grid, a kind of a range of understanding that will help us deepen our understanding of ministry. So I hope these reflections have been helpful in this online retreat, especially as you discern, as members of Catholics on Call, what you are to do in those great words of Mary Oliver, which we repeat so much in Catholics on Call, what you're going to do with your one wild and precious life. God bless you all.